All right, good morning. We got 9.7, identify and perform dilations. You use drawing tools and matrices to draw dilations, except we don't need this. And actually, the whole thing's actually pretty crappy. Yeah, you'll draw dilations is pretty much what it should be. Okay, all right. Okay, so here's what's important. P is your start, P prime is your finish. So from blue to red, you have to think if it's an enlargement or a reduction. From blue to red, it gets larger, so it is an enlargement. What I'd like you to put in your notes, and I know there's not a lot of room for this, is two different headings. We have reduction, and I'm just going over here. Reduction and enlargement. Okay, so under the reduction, if your scale factor is between 0 and 1, that is a reduction. If your scale factor is larger than 1, where x is larger than 1, that is an enlargement. So if I say the number 2, that is an enlargement because it's greater than 1. If I say the number 1/2, it's between 0 and 1, that is a reduction. Now it's a multiplier, so if I say 1/2, you're going to take the original object, multiply it by 1/2, and it'd be half as big. If I say enlargement and I say it's 4, it would be 4 times as big. When you look at the two objects, your original is P, your answer is P prime, which means that from P to P prime, the object gets bigger. If it's bigger, your fraction is above 1. So the distance from the point on the outside to P is 8. The distance from the point on the outside to P prime is 12. So either you're going to have 8 over 12 or you're going to have 12 over 8, depending on if it was an enlargement or a reduction. It is an enlargement from P to P prime, so 12 goes on top. You'd have 12 over 8. You should reduce that down, and that would be your final answer. On letter B, the distance from the point on the outside to P is 30. The distance from the point on the outside to P prime is 18. Your answer either is going to be 30 over 18 or 18 over 30, depending on if it's an enlargement or a reduction. From P to P prime is a reduction, so that means the 18 goes on top, the 30 goes on the bottom, and that'd be your final answer. To apply this to the transformations, you have to have the original points plotted. So what you guys should be doing, and I'm not going to write these down again because I don't have much space, but you should be putting the original points on your paper and then graphing them. So go ahead and start working on that, and I'll start plotting these points. Make sure you also put in your notes that the scale factor for this problem is 1/3. Every single point you're going to multiply by 1/3. So if you take the original coordinates and multiply them by 1/3, here's what you get. -6 times 1/3 is -2. And then you get 2 for that one. Now I'm on L. -3 times 1/3 is -1. 6 times 1/3 is 2. 0 times 1/3 is 0. 3 times 1/3 is 1. -6 times 1/3 is -2, and the last one, 0 times 1/3 is 0. So you take your scale factor and you multiply it by the original points, you graph it, and you're done. -2, 2 is K prime. Connect the originals, and you notice that it is 1/3 as big as the original, and that is the right answer. And here's the last one of the day. What you want to do is you want to first graph the original, then you want to translate it, and then you want to dilate it. So just have to go in order. Graph the original. All right, so we'll graph the original points, which are at negative 4, 1. Okay, and now, even though I'm not going to put them up on the board, you guys should be writing these in your notes, and then writing A, B, and C prime, and A, B, and C double prime. You're going to take the x coordinate, you're going to add 5. You're going to take the y coordinate, and you're going to add 1, giving you 1, 3, and 3. You'll take the y coordinate, add 1, which will give you 2, 3, and 2. We'll plot those. That is going to be your image. Okay, so I have the first rule done. I translated it forward 5 and up 1. To get my final answer, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the scale factor of 2. So I multiply every term by 2. But this one, I multiply these by 2. So it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 6, 6, 4. Plot these and it is done. It should be twice as big as the original, and it is, so I know I have the right answer. If you have any questions, you can rewatch the video. I'll throw it up on YouTube, but have a fantastic day, everybody.